guys, it's Bill. Welcome back to my channel. Here in the UK, the 1st of December is always celebrated with the first day of Advent, and to mark that occasion, we always have an Advent calendar that runs from the 21st to the 24th of December. Traditionally, these normally have chocolate in, but in recent years I've seen them with tea, coffee and art supplies and beer and wine. We're going to rein it back and just make one with chocolate, but I thought it would be a great project. Even if you don't celebrate Advent, it can still be a fun project to do. So let's get started. So when you open up the project in Cricut Design Space, there are three main elements to the project. You've got the very back of the Advent calendar, and that's made up of score lines and a basic cut line. And then you've got the inside over here on the right hand side, which is all made up of cut lines. And then you've got the front of the Advent calendar. This looks a little bit confusing, but once you start breaking it down, it's actually not that bad. And then also you have got some little numbers down here if you don't want to use the pen feature, or if you want to have a completely different design, then you can use those. And of course, if you want to make up your own, you can also do that as well. The very first thing you'll see here, these are the perforation lines. So they'll be the little windows that will open. Then we have got all of the different snowflakes. And again, if you want to hide these, or if you want to use a different design, you can also do that. Then we've also got the numbers, which again is going to be the pen tool. Then you've got the score lines. So this is what's going to build up the structure, the sides, and also the little windows when they open. And then you've got what's labelled as the Advent calendar itself, and what that is, that's actually the main cut line and all of these little windows that you see here. So there's a lot there, but once again, like I said, once you break it down, it's not actually as complicated as it seems. So these are all going to be made out on card. I'm going to be using black card for that. Not very Christmassy, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is going to be cut out on black cardstock. So let's hit continue on that. I'm actually going to set my pressure to more. The first thing that's coming up is going to be the pen. Then after that, it's telling me that I'm going to need to use the double scoring wheel. And then after that, it will be the fine point blade. Oh, and also the perforation blade as well. Okay, so everything has been cut out. They've all been cut out of the same material, which is 300 GSM cards. And we've got the front, and we have the back, and then we have the inside pieces. So I'm actually going to start off with the front first. So let's put those down. If you can hear banging, I apologise. It's my neighbour, not quite sure what's going on. So I've got a bone folder to help along with the score lines. We need to be very careful with this that we don't pop out any of the little windows, because obviously that will ruin the surprise. So I'm going to very carefully just fold along here, and obviously you want to take your time with this, you don't want to rush it. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the bone folder and just scrape along like that to help it out. And then we have these little pieces, which I will do the same. And fold those over like that. And then we do the same with this side. Again, just taking our time. Don't need to rush it. Just fold, and then again just use our bone scraper This I actually got from a bookbinding kit. Really handy to have for any kind of like paper projects where you're folding anything. And then we fold that one as well. So those are our side pieces done. Then we come to the top and the bottom, and again we'll just fold and scrape. Just see it's all starting to take shape now. So that's that piece, and then we have this piece as well. Again, we'll just fold that along there like that. Lay flat, and we'll scrape with our bone scraper. That is our bottom part done. What I like to do is just take a pen and just draw a line like that, so I know where I need the glue to go. Doesn't have to be perfect, it can be rough. I mean, remember this is going to be on the inside, so no one's going to see it. So then of course comes to the gluing part. Now what I've got here is I've got some bulldog clips, just some little ones. This is so when I glue this down I can bulldog clip it, so it just keeps it in place when it's drying. So let's see, the glue gun's nice and heated up. You want to be kind of quick here. You don't want to hang around because the glue will dry on you very, very quickly. And let's just bulldog clip that in. So again, you know, you don't have to do this step, it's not necessary. You do want to kind of pinch it and keep it all in place. The bulldog clips help with that, but it's not essential, it's just something that I personally like to do. So let's do our second piece, and you want to use a healthy amount. You don't want to go too mad with it, but you don't want to do too little either. Just stick that around, and already that glue is starting to dry. So hot glue doesn't give you a huge amount of time, you have to be pretty quick with it. That is our back done, and let's do our front. And I find hot glue is the best job for this. It sticks really nicely. Okay, so then comes to the inside piece. Now this is a piece that I probably haven't spoken very much about. Basically, there are 24 compartments to the advent calendar, and we're going to be putting chocolates in them. Now you don't have to do one of these steps if you don't want to, but I think it's a nice little touch. And what I'm talking about is this piece here. I'm actually going to be using some tissue paper on here to put down, so when you come to opening the calendar, there's something to, like, how to describe it, to break into. Some advent calendars just have chocolate straight into like a mould, and they will have tin foil down to keep it fresh. So this is kind of where this idea comes from. So you don't have to do it, but I think it's a nice little step. So if you want to do it, you can. Now, I thought I had black tissue paper, but I can't seem to find it, and I've only got red. So red is what I am using. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to hot glue this onto here, but take some of these bulldog clips, clip some of them down. So we're just going to very slowly work our way across. You could use a Pritt stick. I've got a glue gun out, so that's basically why I'm using it. So the idea of this is that that will fit in there like so, and when you open up your little windows, you're going to have a really nice red red tissue paper underneath to break into. So with the front and back done, the next part we need to move on to is the inside piece. So what we need to do is each one of these has a little groove, and they literally just slot in to each other like so. Right, and this is obviously the final piece. So they all slot in together, and these will make the individual compartments that your present or suite will go into. I think one might be just slightly too long, but you know, I don't think it really matters. It's not the end of the world. Now comes to the exciting part, to the chocolate, which is obviously always the exciting part. Now I've got two different types here, and again, you know, it really doesn't matter what chocolate goes in where. So with your calendar all filled up with all of your chocolate and sweets, what we do is we literally just close it together. So the way that it's designed, the top one is slightly bigger than the smaller, than the back, or the back is slightly smaller than the bigger, so it fits in. Now, I'm going to use hot glue. I think that's probably the easiest thing to use for this, but what we need to do is we just need to basically make sure that we're putting a load in the back, and we press down. We'll do along here as well. Again, this just means that people can't break in and steal the chocolate. The only way you can get into this is through the front. So there you go, guys. That's how you can use your Cricut machine to make an advent calendar. I've actually made both of them that you can get in the file, which is available on Cricut Design Space. Please make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.